NBC4 News starts with breaking news.
It all happened. There's a bouncing ball to second. Taylor's got it. Los Angeles is alive, and they're headed to the World Series.
LA, it is time to celebrate. The Dodgers heading back to the World Series after beating the Mets 4-2 in the NLCS. And that big win is leading to a historic showdown against that other team from New York, the Yankees.
Wow, fans across the city are going wild. Celebrations spilling out into the streets in East LA. News Top Reporter live over the heart of East LA, Whittier Boulevard. Now, earlier in that same area, we saw fireworks going off. Police do have roads blocked off right now. They are trying to keep people safe out there.
Meanwhile, fans, we know they're rushing out to get their official gear. This is a live look at the line outside Dick's Sporting Goods in Pasadena. You know, people there are going to be waiting as long as they need to make sure they get that World Series logo on that hat. And we have live team coverage for you tonight. Our own Olivia Garvey celebrated with the players inside the clubhouse. Our Tracy Leong was live with fans and outside the stadium.
But we're going to begin with Mario Solis with highlights of the game. And Mario, after some frustrating years, the Dodgers finally back in the Fall Classic.
Oh, yeah, they sure are. Love the fact that you're both wearing blue to celebrate the victory. All the spending, all the big names, all worth it. LA's back. They're back in the World Series. The Dodgers finishing off the Mets tonight at Dodger Stadium in Game 6, and the celebration is in full swing.
On the verge of making it all happen. There's a bouncing ball to second. Taylor's got it. Los Angeles is alive, and they're headed to the World Series.
They sure are. Dodgers closing out the NLCS in 6 games. They're headed to the World Series for the 4th time in 8 seasons. All questions about this team, this pitching staff, Dave Roberts and his job security, they've been answered. And they've answered the doubt as the Dodgers are bringing the World Series back to Los Angeles. Game 1 against the Yankees on Friday. Olivia Garvey is at the stadium in the middle of the madness. Olivia, you're a Dodger fan through and through. Tell us what it's like being down there.
Oh, it's incredible. Let me just show you something. I got champagne coming out of my hair. I got beer all over my clothes. But this was amazing. This was everything that the fans and this team wanted and more. This team put their blood, sweat, and tears to get to this moment and say that they are World Series bound. When we went to spring training, it was inevitable that this team was going to the World Series. But of course, with injuries this season, with the pitching, there were some unknowns. There were some doubts, but you cannot doubt this team anymore. Of course, they have 4 games left to finish the job, but they're going to the World Series. It is so exciting to say finally out loud. And I was in that clubhouse, and I got to tell you guys, it was the most exciting and unreal thing I've ever been a part of. You got to take a listen to this. The Dodgers are going to the World Series. Kike Hernandez, the postseason king. How does it feel to say that you're going to the World Series?
It feels amazing. We're going again to the World Series.
You have been dominant for the Dodgers. Every time you step out on that bump, you do what you're supposed to do, and now you're going to the World Series. How does that feel?
It's incredible. I mean, watching these guys perform throughout the whole year, to see it all kind of come together in the postseason for us, it's taking us to the World Series, and that's what means the most.
Talk about this team. What are the Dodgers about in 2024 to make it all the way to the World Series to take on the Yankees?
There's no quitting this team. We've gone through a lot this year, a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff happening, and we endured all of it. Doesn't matter. We're going to the World Series. That's all that matters.
Congratulations. So NLCS MVP, World Series bound. When you hear that, what's going through your head?
Yeah, I can't wait. I haven't been to a World Series before. This will be the first time, but you know, I got a lot of confidence in our guys here. We got such a good team, so many good players, and just excited to get going. We're enjoying this win tonight, but we'll be back at it in a couple days.
Yeah, I waited a long time to say this right here. We're getting a Dodgers-Yankees World Series. That's a certified classic. Whether you're a baseball fan or not, you know that here at the stadium on October 25th, we are getting baseball at its finest. We are getting baseball to its roots. And I got to say one more thing, guys. Tommy Lasorda, Vince Scully, they're smiling down at this team right now, knowing that they're about to see an incredible matchup unfold in about a week.
Absolutely. And Liv, look, we know you're a Dodger fan, but as a journalist, you've covered this team front to back, and now they're going to the World Series against the Yankees. How do you put this season into perspective so far?
I don't even, I have no words, because there were doubts. There was, so many doubters out there saying this team can't do it. They don't have any more starting pitching. But that bullpen, that Dodgers bullpen stepped up when they needed to. They did it again tonight. And here we are. We're saying that the Dodgers are going to the World Series, and that just shows perseverance. It just shows what this team is about, and I don't see why they can't do it in 4 more games to beat the Yankees and be World Series champs, guys.
That's right. We want to see you soaked in champagne once again. And Olivia, I heard beer is good for your hair.
Yeah. Has a live shot ever looked so beautiful, guys?
You make it look good.
Yeah, absolutely. Liv, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take you outside now, where NBC4's Tracy Leong is live talking to all those lucky fans that got to go to tonight's game. Tracy.
Yeah, hey, Kathy and Jonathan, electric, energizing, incredible. Those are just some of the words these fans are using to describe that energy they felt inside the stadium when the Dodgers crushed the Mets tonight. You can see those cars pouring out and a sea of blue pouring out of the stadium since they won. Dodgers fans just beaming with excitement as their team advances to the World Series. And fans, they say they're grateful they were able to watch them in person win Game 6 right here at home. Many telling me it was such a special experience to be a part of, with fans of all ages united to cheer on their boys in blue.
It feels familiar. I mean, I've watched the Dodgers go to the World Series in person, so it was an amazing feeling. Now it's time to watch them win it.
Okay, you were in the stadium. Describe the energy to me.
Electric. Everyone's just going crazy. It was so rad to be in there tonight. So happy they won. They don't have to fight for tomorrow, so.
Hey, what was it like inside the stadium?
It was awesome. Amazing. It was awesome.
It was electric. The vibes were good. We came out. We were ready to score.
Ready to win. I just had a feeling they were going to win tonight. I wasn't nervous at all. We're in our element. Dodgers are here at their stadium. It's time to win, and they did their job. It's just amazing coming to the stadium and just being surrounded by people who are just like so happy to see this team win.
Out here live, Game 1 of the World Series will be this Friday here at home at Dodger Stadium. And I talked to some fans. I said, are you going to go to that game? They said they already have tickets. And that starts at $1,000 and it can get up to more than 30 grand. So people are looking to spend a lot of money to watch their boys in blue this Friday. All right, Jonathan, Kathy, back to you.
Wow, and that traffic, that is the best traffic I've ever seen. Those are happy fans. They don't care a bit. Thanks, Tracy.
Meanwhile, the fans that weren't lucky enough to be at the game, they're still celebrating with some official gear tonight.
Dick's Sporting Goods is staying open until they sell out. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi is live at the Pasadena location. Camilla.
Jonathan and Kathy, the excitement and celebration here is just getting started tonight. So many ecstatic fans here getting ready to get their World Series gear. Let's go ahead and show you this line here. You can see it wrapped around this building. Fans have been telling me they've been waiting about 15 to 20 minutes, and others told me they would be willing to wait up to 24 hours to get their World Series gear tonight. Let's go ahead and take you inside to show you some of the merch that fans are lining up to get tonight. We'll give you a closer look. You can just feel the excitement when you walk in here. You can see the variety here. There's something for everyone. Take a look. From the National League Championship and World Series gear, you can see the hats, the shirts, a variety, the light blue, the gray, the pennant flags, World Series hats. I talked to several fans who tell me they watch the game from their phones in the parking lot just to get to the line. And here they are officially here getting their World Series gear. You can just, like I said, feel the excitement. And fans have their sights set on what it will take to beat the Yankees. Here's more of that reaction tonight.
Yeah. 4 more, baby, 4 more.
This year we're gonna show them that the Dodgers are gonna win. Like, they're gonna win.
Beat the Yankees. So we're outfitting our family from coast to coast. We have a son in Michigan, so we're sending out his shirt to him so he can represent in Michigan, and our daughter down in San Diego so she can rub it into the San Diego Padres.
What time did you guys get here tonight?
We saw the last 3 outs here on our phone, so we saw everything at the house. We were ready. We took off.
Yeah, we headed straight over here. Yeah, it was the first thing after the game. Said bye to all our family and took off.
Yeah.
We got here right after the last out. We lived like 5 minutes away. We drove here. Unfortunately, there was a line.
You could just, again, feel that excitement. And if you couldn't make it out here tonight, the store tells me their doors, Jonathan and Kathy, will open at 7 tomorrow morning. So still plenty of time, guys, to come here and get your World Series gear. Live in Pasadena tonight, Camilla Rambaldi, NBC4 News. I'll send it back to you.
You know why I'm laughing, Camilla? I used to work at this location. I used to work at the store. Unfortunately,
really?
I don't have my employee discount anymore, so you're going to have to pay full dollar for that hat I need.
All right, taking note of that right now, Jonathan.
And you were the best at selling shoes, too.
Oh, there you go. Yes, I was.
Sorry about the discount.
Camilla, thank you.
Bringing back memories here.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you both.
All right, we'll see you soon. And the Dodgers and Yankees, we know they're no stranger to seeing each other in October. The teams will be meeting for the 12th time now in the World Series. The last time more than 40 years ago, 1981, when the Dodgers beat the Yankees that year in 6 games.
So we went ahead. We looked at World Series ticket prices just a few moments ago. Now, the least expensive for Game 1, $1,000, and they go up to $15,000.
Game 1 set for this Friday, October 25th at Dodger Stadium. Of course, we will be there with plenty of live team coverage, and we'll continue our coverage of tonight's big win on the NBC4 News at 11.
Still ahead tonight, we have breaking news. A car smashes through a roof in Rancho Palos Verdes. What we know about how the car got there.
And temperatures today, not too bad. We're talking about temperatures earlier in the 80s. Now, we will continue to talk about this warming trend the next couple of days. Stay tuned. We'll check out that forecast coming up right after the break.
Decision 2024. Election Day is near, and one team is covering it all. From the streets of SoCal to the halls of D.C., NBC4 is your trusted election source.
From local issues impacting our community to national debates shaping our future, no matter the party or the platform, we're covering every angle.
Now on Election Day and beyond, choose NBC4 News for exclusive expert analysis and real-time results. Your Decision 2024 starts with NBC4.
An extreme plan to ban all abortion, even here in California. And MAGA Michelle Steele is leading the charge to ban abortion nationwide with no exceptions for rape, incest, or to save the life of the woman. She even supports the MAGA plot to monitor pregnancies, eliminate access to birth control, and strip health care from millions of Californians. MAGA Michelle, stealing our reproductive freedom. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Ken Calvert. I approve this message.
Seeing these lies from radical Will Rollins, the press enterprise declared them false because, quote, Calvert didn't do that. Rollins is even lying about himself. These are paid actors. Rollins is acting too. Exposed for greatly exaggerating his prosecutor record. Rollins pushed plea deals and reduced sentences for dangerous criminals. And Rollins' tax increase raises gas prices 90 cents a gallon. False attacks, reduced sentences, higher taxes. That's the real radical Will Rollins.
Michelle Steele came to America with her mom and younger sisters. In Congress, she's been an advocate for Southern California women, voting to protect victims of domestic abuse and stop violence against women. Michelle Steele has long been an advocate of women's access to IVF, turning to IVF to help start her own family. Michelle Steele, our champion in Congress. Fair Shake is responsible for the content of this ad.
There were 5 brothers. One had his struggles. I miss him every day. Addiction doesn't care if you're Republican or Democrat. It's a disease affecting millions, and it's personal for me. That's why I've spent my life helping others. In Congress, my first priority is solving the fentanyl epidemic. Washington divides us, but there's more that unites us. Randy was my brother. I'll try being yours as well. I'm Scott Baugh, and I approve this message.
We are following breaking news right now in Rancho Palos Verdes, where a vehicle flew into the roof of a home.
News Chopper 4 was over the scene earlier tonight. You can see the vehicle through the roof. This is on Santona Drive. One person was taken to the hospital, although we don't know their condition. We're still waiting to learn the cause of the crash.
And the LAPD are still searching for the person connected to a deadly shooting in Valley Village. Police say that it happened just before 2:30 yesterday afternoon at an apartment complex near Chandler and Laurel Canyon. Police responded to a call of a man who was shot. The man was found shot multiple times and pronounced dead at the scene. Neighbors say they remain on edge since that shooting.
It absolutely has put me on edge. I've lived here since 2006. I've lived in this neighborhood, and we've never had anything like this happen.
I've lived here since 1997 in the same building, and I've never seen anything that's, criminal activity or violence. Not that it hasn't happened, I just didn't know about it, but it's not a neighborhood where that typically happens.
Neighbors say they heard about 8 shots fired. No word yet on any information on a suspect.
A fire at a business near Hollywood Burbank Airport briefly impacting operations today broke out around 3 p.m. near West Van Owen Street. Video from inside the airport shows the heavy smoke that could be seen inside the terminal. There were no delays, but the runway configuration was affected, and no one was hurt. The cause is under investigation. And the Los Angeles Fire Department will have the very latest on that. We'll continue to follow the story, and we'll bring you more as soon as we get it.
A break-in at yet another Southern California pharmacy. Police say they're looking for the people responsible. This happened at the Bel Air Pharmacy in North Hollywood along Sherman Way around 5:30 yesterday morning. Surveillance video shows that group wearing masks, going through medications there in the store. Police say one of the suspects used an electric saw to get in. Time for a check of our weather right now to give you a live look from LAX. Some of the pylons were blue earlier for the Dodgers. Some other colors that look like Mets. We're going to ignore that for now.
Yeah, how could that possibly happen? All right, let's just go ahead and get to weather now with Stephanie.
Yes, it was a beautiful day today. A beautiful day for some ball. It was, oh my goodness. Yeah, what a game. I'm just so excited for this matchup.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Yeah, it's going to be
Yankee fan.
I know, but I've been excited for this matchup, Dodgers and Yankees, and I'm here for it. All right, let's talk about here conditions right now as we check out downtown LA, where we're looking at mostly clear skies as we continue nice and quiet. It was a beautiful day today. Temperatures in many locations above average for this time of year. That was the case in downtown LA, 66. The high temperature this afternoon, 84 degrees. Let's go over the numbers right now. What we're looking at, 67 degrees in San Bernardino, mid-60s in spots like West Covina, downtown LA, LAX. 68 in Long Beach, 66 in Anaheim, 73 in Santa Ana. Over in the area of Lancaster, we're at 64, and also in the area of Santa Clarita. So things are cooling off. We have an area of low pressure that we're talking about here just the past couple of days, also resulting in the offshore flow. Things warmed up and also gusty winds. We're talking about that here, especially Friday and Saturday. That prompted red flag warnings, right? That expired here yesterday. The winds today were a lot calmer across Southern California. This storm system continues to work its way to the northeast, so we say goodbye to this. And we are tracking here a ridge of high pressure. Futurecast pointing out as we continue here late tonight into tomorrow, you see it right here. You see that light gray. So we do have some passing high clouds working its way through the area as we continue throughout the day on Monday. So we'll be seeing mostly sunny skies, sort of a mix of sun and clouds type of day, pretty much all day long. And then we head into Tuesday. Some areas looking at some patchy fog along the coastal communities, but really that is about it. We continue throughout the day and we're looking at plenty of sunshine and temperatures will be above average. So this warming trend will continue the next couple of days. High temperatures for tomorrow. 85 in West Covina, 86 in Van Nuys, 87 for you in Santa Clarita. We'll be right around 83 in Thousand Oaks, mid-70s in Oxnard as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So as I mentioned, we say goodbye to that area of low pressure. We have this ridge of high pressure to the south of us that will continue to slowly work its way a bit closer to us, and that's going to result in temperatures warming the next couple of days. So here's a look at that temperature trend. This is for Downey. So let's take you, for example. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, temperatures will be in the mid-80s. And then as we continue throughout the week, the ridge will start to flatten out a little bit. Temperatures will start to calm down. We'll come down a little bit, right down to upper 70s by next weekend. We'll be right around 78 on Saturday, by Sunday at 77. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast for the basin. Temperatures in the low 80s the next coming days, and then we scale it back a little bit as we head into Thursday and Friday, back down into the 70s. But we'll keep it nice and quiet again Friday. Game one of the World Series, and temperatures not too bad. We'll be at 76, a nice comfortable 76 for an afternoon high temperature. For the coast, temperatures will be in the upper 70s and coming down into the mid to low 70s later on in the work week. All right, for the valleys, temperatures mid 80s for tomorrow. Bump it up to the upper 80s on Tuesday, then possibly warming up to 90 degrees by midweek, as well as for the Inland Empire. Temperatures gradually warming here. We'll keep those temperatures down as we head toward the latter part of the work week and as we head into the following weekend, but we'll keep it nice and sunny. For the high desert, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures at 83 will continue to warm as we head into the next coming days. Same story goes for the low desert, starting the week up right around 91. And then by midweek, we're talking about temperatures flirting with 100 degrees. So temperatures heating up for you. For the mountains, mostly sunny skies, temperatures at 64, and then gradually warming back into the 70s by Wednesday with plenty of sun. That was your forecast. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Will Rollins, Gavin Newsom. See any difference? He supports higher taxes. Rollins, that is. With families struggling to pay the bills, Will Rollins would raise taxes on families. And he, Will Rollins, is endorsed by a group pushing to gut Prop 13 that could force people out of their homes. And Will Rollins would make California even more unaffordable. Newsom, Will Rollins. There's no difference. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We want you to know why police officers like us support Will Rollins.
Will Rollins for Congress.
Will spent his career in law enforcement.
As a counterterrorism prosecutor, he took on ISIS and Al-Qaeda terrorists.
And went after MS-13 and the Sinaloa cartel to stop illegal drugs from crossing the border.
In Congress, Will Rollins will go after corruption in both political parties. We work hard to uphold the law.
And we need better from Congress.
We need Will Rollins.
We need Will Rollins.
We need Will Rollins. I'm Will Rollins, and I approve this message.
Class-leading safety features at every turn. The Hyundai Tucson.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
It could be a broken arm or something more serious, but on any given day, anyone can walk through that door. And Prop 35 helps make sure those doors stay open. Voting yes means protecting healthcare for 15 million Californians on Medi-Cal. So we train more doctors, nurses, and first responders, get wait times back under control, and make sure hundreds of clinics like this stay open no matter what. Vote yes on 35 to protect access to healthcare.
In Washington, Mike Garcia looks out for himself. He doesn't get how seniors struggle to pay our bills.
When Congress voted to lower the cost of prescription drugs, Mike Garcia voted no.
Garcia voted against capping the cost of insulin.
The big drug companies gave Mega Mike $75,000, so he sides with them.
Now Garcia's working to cut Social Security. I rely on those checks.
I'm George Whitesides, and I approve this message. I will always fight to protect seniors and Social Security.
We want to go back out live to fans celebrating in East LA after the Dodgers' big win tonight.
Back to the World Series. They're celebrating on Whittier Boulevard. Julia Dang overhead at News Trapper 4. Hey, Julia.
And there, Jonathan, this might be the only kind of traffic we'd love to see here in LA. Whittier Boulevard in East LA is typically where fans congregate after Dodger victories. We had close to 100 people spilling out into the streets and dozens of cars here immediately after the game celebrating this victory. I'm going to zoom out and give you a bird's eye view of just how many people are still here on Whittier Boulevard. We saw them waving flags, people singing, dancing, chanting. People hanging out of car windows, waving flags and jerseys. But you can see here this police activity. LA County sheriffs did have to disperse the crowd. We will keep an eye on this. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Julia, thank you. We want to thank you for joining us here for the NBC4 News.
We will see you back here at 11 for more news. Dateline is next.
For a safer Orange County, Dave Min for Congress. Min sponsored the bill to block gun sales at the Orange County Fairgrounds, and bills funding local police. No wonder law enforcement endorses Dave Min for Congress. HMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The cost of prescription drugs in California can be devastating, but help is finally on the way. Prop 34 will drastically cut costs for Medi-Cal patients, permanently authorizing California to negotiate lower prices. Plus, 34 will save taxpayers millions annually by forcing corporate pharmaceutical distributors to spend taxpayer funding on patients. So remember, for lower costs to taxpayers and better outcomes for patients, yes on 34.
I don't know if I could trust somebody like George Whitesides. I just learned today that he's a major donor of a group that sponsored legislation to lower penalties for pedophiles. Some adults could have sex with teens as young as 15 without having to register as a sex offender. It's an immediate red flag. Children as young as 15, I don't know, none of it's right. Whitesides wants to pretend he's in our best interest. He's not.
Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
An extreme plan to ban all abortion, even here in California. And MAGA Michelle Steele is leading the charge to ban abortion nationwide with no exceptions for rape, incest, or to save the life of the woman. She even supports the MAGA plot to monitor pregnancies, eliminate access to birth control, and strip health care from millions of Californians. MAGA Michelle, stealing our reproductive freedom. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
One of Congress's most corrupt, Ken Calvert, was caught directing federal tax dollars to benefit his own real estate investments. Calvert then jacked up costs and made a fortune. You pay the price.